Hi, we have been looking at various data discretization techniques, and today we will look at a very simplest one called rounding. Okay, so here we have generated some 1000, 10,000 data points. Now this rounding method I have not used in any of my data science projects, but it might be useful to you. So that's why I'm mentioning it. Okay, so now this feature, it might be a fraction or it might be a percentage with so many digits. For example, here we have six decimal places, right? Now maybe this value 0.35474, right? It's not that different from maybe another value, let's say 0.35474, let's say, right? So we don't want to confuse the machine ML model with these too many values which are actually too close to each other and do not have any significant difference anyway. So that might be one scenario where we might want to use this rounding technique to reduce the number of data points, or to discretize this very highly continuous and highly decimal places data, right? So when we have these fractions or percentages with high number of decimal places, we might use this technique, right? So it's very simple. All we are doing is, for example, in case 1, we are multiplying with 10 and then just taking the round, right? Here you can take the floor, seals, etc., but rounding works best. Okay, and then in case 2, we are simply multiplying with 100 and again applying the rounding method. So here we have this value 0.35. In case 1, we are multiplying with 10, so that becomes 3.54. When we do the rounding, because it is closer to 4 than 3, so it's get rounded to 4. Now if we used the ceiling method, this value would have been 3. So 3.54, when we apply the floor, it will be 3, right? So again, choose which one you want to apply, but probably rounding is better for such scenarios. Okay, so that's all. We have this very continuous variable. We multiplied either with 10 or 100 and then we round it up. Now, if you look at the number of distinct values in each of these 3 features, so the first one has 10,000, right? So the number of total data points we have is 10,000, and each value is unique in these data points. So we have all 10,000 distinct. Whereas when we did the rounding with respect to this 10, so we are transforming all these values to just have a value between 0 and 10. So that means we have much fewer values. So we have only 11 values. Now, even if we have a million values here, in this feature 10, we would still have only 11 values, right? And similarly, when we use this 100 for multiplying the original data, that gives us 101 distinct values. Okay. So just some visualization. Again, we are looking at the data distribution, the histogram. So we have all these continuous values between 0 and 1, somewhat uniformly distributed. Now we have transformed this such highly continuous data into just these 11 values. So we have discretized this data into just 11 points. So as I said before, I have not used this technique in any of my projects, but you might want to use it whenever you have the fractions or percentages in your data set. That's all. Thank you very much.